bird on a tree. I'm just sitting here, I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small.
Almost. I didn't go all the way with this. I cut this by hand. I didn't go, no, I went through and cleaned it up with the big saw, but initially I cut this by hand. I didn't go all the way down to where the lines meet because it's hard to see. You don't want to cut with a handsaw. You only want to cut what you can see. So say you have a line here and down this side, and you're coming across here. You don't want to cut down like this from this side because you're not going to be able to see that line. If the saw wanders, it's going to, another thing you're going to hate. Another thing I could tell you I had to learn the hard way. So you only want to cut what you can see. So if I have to come up and over, and I'm cutting from this side, I want to go from here. That way I can see the line down here as I'm cutting. I can see the line across here. When I get to the point where I'm down to this corner, so when I'm down to this corner and I've hit that part of the line right there, then I want to go to the other side, do the same thing, and then take the middle out. Don't cut what you can't see. Alright, so as we're moving along, this is not my reference face here or my adjacent face. You can see, I don't know if I hold the square right, it's pretty darn close. Over here, off of my adjacent face, excuse me, and remember, the opposite corner you guys can't see in the camera, on the bottom that's the Eris, that's where all the measurements came off of, and I am down through there, I am perfect through there. Up here I have to take just a little bit, take a little more off of here across here, which we kind of figured that, but I've had some comments that other people are intimidated by this joint as well. And best advice to you, because in anybody who's doing this, anybody's cutting one of these joints or any of your joints, don't be afraid to break that square out every couple seconds and just check your work. If you take your time and you're patient with it, you will have no problem doing this accurately. This one is nothing to be afraid of. You guys ever notice how woodworking isn't so much about, I mean, it takes skill. I'm not saying it doesn't, because that would be insulting to a lot of people who do it. The biggest skill with woodworking of any kind, and this is just fancy, this is just big woodworking, is just the patience to do it. You know, it's more about the patience to sit there, break the square out when you have to break it out, rather than accepting something that maybe you won't be happy with later. You know, you want to take the time. You want to take the time to do it right. And part of that's just taking the time. Finding any project I've ever done where I haven't taken the time, I've always regretted it in the end. Now it's funny, I've spent a lot of years doing a lot of work for other people, and I'll do beautiful work for them. You know, I'll come home to do my own, and hurry through it, and then I'm never happy with it. And it's funny, my own work at home is usually never a good example of the kind of work I'm capable of doing. It's because I'm always in a hurry. But on this project, I decided, you know, I'm going to take the time to do something right the way I want to do it, rather than rush through it, cut corners just to get it done. You know, no need for that. Not on this one. And another little trick I do while I'm finishing these off, if I have a high spot that I need to come down on, I'll just put a couple pencil marks on it. That way I'm leaving alone areas that are already good and square. So actually, this whole side needs to come down here. Haha, very nice. Pretty nice. Oop. Not bad. Alright, there it is, guys. It's a completed scarf joint. Do have a little bit of cleanup to do on it, but not enough to say so. But there it is. Let me clean this corner out here. There you have it.